This is a demonstration of a system which was created for a client who had set up a business delivering a perishable food product and wanted a way to manage their growing number of customer accounts without using a branded CRM or accounts package. They wanted to be able to perform some basic account management tasks such as issuing invoices, tracking the debt, creating statements at the end of the month, and tracking payments, etc. They also wanted to track their creditor position and using a ledger format to display their creditor and debtor position at any given time. So you can see from the root folder, the system we used is a number of Google spreadsheets. The bulk of these are individual customer accounts, which each have their own spreadsheet. And then there is a spreadsheet for creditors and a ledger, which gives the snapshot. So if we go into one of the customer accounts, you can get a better idea of how it works. The first tab here is invoices. So the delivery drivers for this business would be on the road. They would deliver the product into stores and outlets. They would also remove any products or uplift any that were past their sell by date. They'd return to the base and admin staff would input the invoice information. So they'd assign a invoice number, usually 02 for February, the first two digits of the month, followed by the 4 digits from the delivery docket. They'd put the date and put all the other information from the delivery docket in. This would then generate the net invoice amount, the value of the invoice, as well as some other information which was used for analysis. They could then issue a statement simply by using this template, which required only that they enter the invoice number which they had just created, and all the other information would automatically be fed in. This was then easily printable to be sent to the client, or in this case, I think they would create a PDF and email. Similarly then, at the end of the month, they could issue statements. They just need to put in the date as required, and this system will pull in all the other information, any invoices which were sent out during the course of that month, the balance that they brought forward, any payments which had been received by the business that month, and then their total position at that given time. Any payments then received were pretty straightforward. They were recorded, dated, and payment method was recorded. If we go into the ledger, then we can see a snapshot of all the customers which the business had and where their debt was at any given time, its age, and last payment. So you can see here we have all of our customers listed. We have how much we have invoiced to them so far this month in the next column. Following column is receipts, that's payments which we've received from those clients so far this year. And then the next few columns are the debt. The debt is aged, and we use some conditional formats to highlight where the debt is and what age it is. We also have a couple of columns which track the date of last payment and the last payment amount. This was useful for the admin staff to know who to pester for payment more urgently. As you can see here, this client, for instance, this is more than 90 days since they have made a payment, so that requires management by the staff. There's also then sales broken down by month, which make for easy analysis also. So on the creditor side, there is a single spreadsheet to manage the creditors. The business did not have a huge number of creditors, but each creditor is given a tab, and as invoices are received, they are entered into each creditor's tab as necessary. So the invoice number is recorded, the date received, the invoice amount, any tax amount, which may be write-off could be written off for tax purposes, and the net invoice amount, and then obviously any payments we make, we also record on our side so that our figures match the creditor's figures. And again, if we look to the ledger, there is a snapshot of all the creditors. Just move to the creditor tab in the same format as we had before with the debtors. And again, this makes it very easy then to tell where the debt is, how old it is, to whom money is owed immediately or over time, and when our last payment to each of these creditors was made. So that's it. It was a very simple system. It was cost effective when compared to a large CRM service, and it's also flexible and easily expanded or customized as the need arises.